Hi everyone, I'm Divya. I'm here to present my major project based on cloud. Nowadays, cloud computing is a popular practice involving the internet to store and manage your data on internet to offer tested innovation, flexible resource and economic of scale. In this video, we will going to see about my project which is titled by Secure and Efficient Protocol for Outsourcing Large Scale Data in the Cloud Service. And this is the abstract where data storage and sharing services provided by the cloud, people can easily work together as a group by sharing data with each other. More specifically, once a user creates shared data in the cloud, every user in the group is able not only access and modify the shared data but also share the latest version of shared data with the rest of the group. Although cloud provides promise a more secure and reliable environment to the user, the integrity of data in the cloud may still be compromised due to the existence of hardware, software failures and human errors. And this is the introduction. In the cloud environment, users can easily modify and share data as a group. Different blocks in the shared data are generally signed by different users due to data modification performed by different users. And the security reasons, once a user is revoked from the group, the blocks which were previously signed by revoked users are re-signed by an existing user. And the objectives are the public verifier is able to correctly check in the integrity of shared data. Once a user is revoked from the group, the block signed by the revoked user can be efficiently re-signed. Only the existing user in the group can generate valid signature on shared data, and revoked users can no longer compute valid signature of the shared data. The public verifier can audit the integrity of shared data without retrieving the entire data from the cloud, even if some blocks of shared data have been re-signed by the cloud. And the existing systems are matrix multiplication computation outsourcing scheme where user with some attributes can decrypt ciphertext association with these attributes. The length of the ciphertext depends on the number of attributes in previous schemes, and the disadvantages are maintenance cost is high for checking all the resigning keys in the cloud. Security and integrity is low, require more bandwidth to download. And the proposed systems are batch auditing is challenging task in cloud shared data, which is process of auditing the multiple data and generates the proof of all the blocks in cloud. Verify all the blocks of data in the cloud based on data owners request with unique identities. And the advantages are security and integrity is high, reduced in cost. It will increase the auditing performance. We can perform multiple auditing tasks at same time. These are the literature service we have taken, and the topic is Secret Key Agreement Scheme in IoT based wireless body area network. And the author is Zizan Uzain Manoj Kumar. And the problem statement of IoT is one of the most emerging technology that have engrossed a lot of opportunities these days. And the drawback of this title is it works on the effort to analyze security architecture of IoT based WBAN on the basis of security key agreement scheme. And the solution is traditional cryptographic techniques are highly greedy in terms of computation, storage, and energy consumption. And the other topic is hybrid cryptographic algorithm in cloud computing. And the author is Sadiq Aliu Ahmad Baita Garko. And the problem statement is it's observed that the most of the people and firms are migrating to cloud because the cloud is much cheaper and convenient. And the drawback of this title is because of this people tend to buy a large quantity of data or large space hard drives and still spaced with storage space challenges. And the solution is cryptographic plays a major role in information security. To provide security to the cloud, storage user uses a hybrid encryption instead of single encryption algorithm. And the other topic is online transaction security enhancement and algorithm based cryptography. And the author is Zeenat Azan Agarwal Meena Agarwal. And the problem statement is online transaction has become daily routine in our life. All of us using online transaction very frequently today. So to deal with related security issues like authorization, data protection, confidentiality is very important. And the drawbacks are there are many cryptographic algorithm which uses single key which is private or two key called public key and private key, and the solution is it presents role of cryptography for different issues of security and also proposes a new cryptography based on algorithm for better security on online transactions. And the other topic is certificate renovation scheme in vehicular networks, and the author is Qbang Wang and Young Go. And the problem statement is the security in vehicular network is a vital issue and attacks researchers increasing the attention for its unique characteristics. And the drawbacks are authentication is an effective means of security communication and provide trust authorized vehicles should be revoked if vehicles become compromised. And the solution is we can divide the whole revocation process into three stages: the resolution of revocation information, the distribution of revocation information, and the use of revocation information. Typical works in each stage of revocation process have been reviewed, and we also point the challenging problems and key enabled techniques in each stage. And the other topic is reworkable attribute based signature for blockchain based healthcare system. And the author is Kyung Kyan Su, Ryu Zhang, and Ryu Zhu. And the blockchain based healthcare system of problem statement is electronic medical record data sharing in data which signified facilities the storage access and the sharing EMR data and provide patients with timely and effective medical diagnosis and treatment. And the drawback is due to high openness of the blockchain, security and privacy still are major concern of HSBC. And the solution is we propose an attribute based signature scheme with attribute revocation to protect the privacy of users identity in HSBC. And these are the system specification, and the hardware requirements are processor Pentium 4, hard disk 40 GB, and RAM 2 GB, and keyboard. And the software requirements, we used front end for J2EE or JSP, and the backend as SQL Server 2005, operating system as Windows 7, and IDE as Eclipse. These are the project modules. Authentication. In this module, user want to register the personal detail in the database and get the authentication process to go forward. User want to give the database to admin. All the registration process is done by an admin. And the group manager. In this model, the authorized user pay for the cloud server and get the allocation space, and the authorized person stores secure data to cloud. This is the storage data, and in this module authorized person store data into the cloud that the data will be accessed the registration user only. And maintain revocation. The cloud storage gets the resignation user detail from the company and maintain the revocation list because identify the unauthorized users and they cannot access the cloud resource at any time, and revoked users will be incapable of using the cloud again once they are revoked. Maintain access control list. The cloud storage gets the registration user details from the company and maintains the revocation list because identify who are authorized users and who can access the cloud resource at any time. And this is the architecture diagram. Here auditor, group manager, and group members are access to the cloud interface with requesting the signature block, the cloud storage block with the cloud, which is organized into the group managers and the company. This is the ER diagram. Here group manager have group ID, username, password, keys, and they can be access to the group members with username, password, group ID, and auditor can audit a request and generate report. Cloud can store data. This is the use case diagram in which group manager has the authentication, signature generation, and key generations, and group members with our authentication, signature key, and key generation. Third party auditor can also have a cloud storages, and revoke users have revoke key and generations. This is the class diagram which auditor as username and password, manager as key, signature, and files, group member as username and password, cloud as data and signatures. This is the sequence diagram where group member access with the admin which can access the cloud to the group members, and cloud can view the file where group member access to the admin, and admin can access to group members and send request and view the responses. Revocation list. User revocation can make a request, and they can see the request and access for the revocation list, and auditor request for auditing and auditor access. Data flow diagram where group manager access to cloud storage, group member access to group manager, group members are access to cloud storage, and revoke users cannot access the data. New users direct access control to the cloud storage. Here the overall data flow diagram. Here, manager and group member can access the register and get the access control. Where group manager store the data in the cloud and group member access the update of the data. Revoke users cloud maintain the revocation list from the cloud storage and new users can access direct control. These are the database of our modules. Here employee registration as the name, username, password, experience, gender, mobile number, email id, designation and reason, and their data types. Manager detail as manager id, password, name, gender, email id and mobile number and the data type. Group member details have ID, group manager, group member, group key, group signature, file name, status, and the data type. Verification details have ID, manager ID, request file name, metadata, and status bar. These are the screenshots of our projects. This is the home page and this is the user registration and user login page. These are user home page and owner file request pages, generate key page and owner file page, revocation request file page. These are owner registration and login page. These are owner file upload and file successful pages, revocation detail page, and this is the auditor page. This is the home page of auditor and revocation detail page. And the conclusion is we proposed a new public auditing mechanism for shared data with efficient user revocation in the cloud. When a user in the group is revoked, we allow the semi-trusted cloud to re-sign blocks that were signed by the revoked user with proxy resignature. And the future enhancement of this project is batch editing. A challenging task in cloud share data, which is the process of auditing the multiple data and generates a proof of all the blocks in cloud. Verify all the blocks of data in the cloud based on the data owner's request with unique identities. This is used to improve the auditing performance and it will increase the data integrity and confidentiality of the cloud for both shared data. Advantages are it will increase the auditing performance. We can perform multiple auditing tasks at the same time. Thank you. Now we can see the our project demo. We're going to see about our major project demo, and first we should open the Eclipse. Then we should run our project. Here our project name was Panda, so we are just run our project, and the Tomcat was our local server. Here we should copy the URL and we should paste in the Chrome. We can see the home page here: user, home, owner, auditor and contact us. First we should set the registration for user. Here in the registration we should set our name. The name was we are using a name Vijay here, and we can set a password and the mail ID for the user and phone number, city, country, gender and date of birth. We should accept terms and conditions and submit. We move on to the login page, user login page. We should type the username and password. Here we can see the user home page. Then we should register the owner registration. In this we should type a name, password and a mail ID, and we can type a phone number and address. Then we should move on to the owner login form. Here we can type a username and the password. We should move on to a owner page. In this owner page we have home, upload, user details and a revocation details. We should upload a file through upload file system and submit the file. The submitted file will be available for group members on users. We can see the file here, the Vijay file, name, username Vijay and a file download. We can also download and but we need a secret key. We don't have secret key here, so we should request for secret key. Here we can request for the secret key. If we need to download, when we press the download button, the request has automatically gone to the user. Here the user get requested here. If the owner accepts the request, we can get the secret key here. Otherwise we won't get the access key, so we should not download or view the file. So the Vijay gets the request here, and the owner accepted the request. Now when we refresh the page, we can see the secret key here. We should copy the secret key and apply for file to download and exit and view. Here the file has successed, and we can see file downloaded here. We can open the file. We can view the file now. Let's use the same secret key. User details are accepted here, so we can use the same secret key here to view the file. Success. And we should edit the file here. We can also edit our file here, which now we can type some of the letters or sentence here, and then we can submit. Your data is successfully stored, and this file should be stored in user files. Here the new file which we have edited should have here, and this user file gets a new secret key. If we need to view this file, we need to use this secret key to view our file, new edited file. The key was successful, and we can see which we had edited the file. And if we need a revocation request, and here the revocation request page, here we can request Divya to remove from the group, and your request is successfully given to the owner. Here the owner gets the revocation details, Divya, and their mail ID. I need to move is the reason. If the owner accept, the Divya can be revocated from the group. If we refresh, we can see, and we should log out the page here. You are successfully log out. Here we should log out the owner page, successful. Here we can see the auditor login username. This is the auditor page. We should log in here. Home, owner details, these are owner details, and these are revocation request details here. These are the revocation request details. We should log out this, and we can move to the home page with the go to home. That's all.